Hello and welcome to the Former Trout League Monaco Grand Prix qualifying session. We have a bit of a special format tonight. Qualifying session is being held a day before the race, so we'll be looking into that. Currently practice undergoing, with 25 seconds left. We're on board with Giovanni Amorim, just leading us for a lap here. As he comes into the pits as soon as we go on board with him. But anyone who's doing a lap, Agnes Rositis here on the lap. Some beautiful shots here at Monaco, coming into the tunnel. A little bit of a slide on the exit there. Blasting past us in the tunnel. When they're braking here, you want to hit the first apex, hit the curbs. Beautifully done on the exit. Try and scrub us to the least speed possible here, maybe even scrape the wall. Come for a chicane, use as much curb as you can. Into the last two corners. Difficult not to lock up here, because there's a bump on the inside there, so it's quite difficult not to lock a tire on the braking. And across the line, 111.8 so far. We're in overtime right now, so I don't think Agnes will get to do another lap. But we'll stay on board until the session will finish. See it's the wall now.
Turn your volume up. Your microphone's quiet.
Thank you. And we're underway for the first practice session. There will be a new format for this, 2 20-minute sessions. So in the first session, it's going to be half of the drivers, so I think one from each team. And then we'll have a second session of 20 minutes again. That will also get streamed, so you get to watch along. Let's ride on board who is furthest in their out lap. I think it's Ty. Ty currently preparing for his flying lap. fastest times we've seen from the challengers split in practice were the 110s. So we'll have to look and see what times we're gonna see in the actual qualifying session. But on we go. First corner, difficult to judge the braking spot. Hit the wall there a bit, but no matter around Monaco. Down to fourth, want to take a wide entry into the next one. Avoid the bump on the left there, he doesn't do that. Down into first. For the hairpin, very difficult to actually make it round in these cars, as you can see. Now get the best exit possible into the tunnel, long straight basically. It's all flat in these cars. Brake at the 50-meter board a little bit before actually. Down to first again. Now, oops, my screen's gone black. Can't see what's going on. Into the chicane. He's not using much curb there on the inside, which is probably not ideal. You want to actually mount that curb quite a lot if you want to go fast around here. But good lap from Ty. It's going to be a. Why does the lap time not show up? Could be invalid.
11.1. Hello, Maxi.
11.1. Hello, my co-commentators here. Christoph Böse, going to be commentating with me tonight.
Hello. As you said, not using much curb in the lap.
Oh, as he goes off there into the wall. Let's go on board with someone else for the moment. Agnes about to embark on a lap. So much wider entry from Agnes. Third gear used there. Again scraping the wall there on exit, which is seems to be the way to go so far. As he loses it on the throttle. That's not ideal for him. He'll have to go into the pits and change tires, embark on another lap. Stephen Hepner here on the lap, coming out the tunnel a second up on his time so far.
Right now, everyone is on C4. Is no one trying C5 or C3?
Yeah, that's quite interesting. I think it's sort of been the tire of choice for most of the races so far. We've not seen people use the C5 much. We've seen the C3 last race, right, in Portimao, sorry. But not really any other race. It's just been people qualifying on C4 each time. Finally, we can see everyone's times. I don't know why that started working all of a sudden. I think Imran's on an out lap. Luca as well seems to be on an out lap. We've got Case here on a quick lap. 1.2 seconds up on his best. Shifting very early. And completely disregarding the chicane. That's not going to be a valid lap, sadly for him. But who can we go on board with? Hepner here. About to improve on his lap. Manages to go through the chicane quite nicely.
Sets the personal best times in sector 1 and 2.
And he hits the wall there. But he should continue his lap if he can. Down to first. Difficult not to lock up there. First again for the last corner and loses most of his progress, but it's still improvement on his lap, so yeah, good for him.
Ty items on another fast lap.
Let's go on board with him into the tunnel again. coming out of here, you want to brake as late as possible, just before the 50. Try and use all the curb here on the inside to just straight line the chicane as much as possible. Fifth gear, quite nice.
Topple in sector 1, not a personal best in the middle sector. Let's see if we can improve his time.
Again, he's very hesitant on that curb. He even shifts into first, which is, I don't really understand. Maybe it's a setup issue going over curbs. Can't really ride them properly. Agnes on his lap here. We seem to catch them all at the same spot going out of the tunnel. Improves quite a bit on his chicane exit there. Half a second up at the moment. Again, staying away from the curb by quite a bit. But
It is a
massive
bit
improvement.
counterintuitive. Yeah. Good last corner.
And he goes third fastest so far. So far the top three is the usual contenders, I would say. Ism, Amorim, Rositis, we see them up there all the time. Obviously there's going to be another session where we'll see the other side of the other 10 Challenger split drivers for this weekend. So I'm not sure what the final grid order will be yet. But Agnes half a second up on his time once again. And I thought he'd lost a bit there on the braking, but managed to keep it nicely. Uses a bit more curb this time, gains a 10th. It's going to be very close for pole, and he gets it by 300s there, I think. That is 200ths of a second. So very close at the top so far.
As you said, not many people are using the curbs in the slow chicanes. It feels a bit counterintuitive compared to real life, where they would probably damage their car or unsettle it completely. Whereas if you do it right, you can use it here in Assetto Corsa to gain more lap time, if you do it right. And you need to be used to it. So if you don't have the confidence or haven't tried it yet, people tend to avoid it rather than
Eat it.
taking everything they can.
Right. It's at least I've found I've done a few reconnaissance laps in these hybrid cars, and in the few laps I've done, it seemed like using that curb was quite a big advantage in lap time. Would you agree with that?
It is. It is.
As you see, Amorim on the lap. Sorry, I cut away there. Heading into the hairpin, Monaco hairpin, slowest corner on the track. Very difficult to manage in these cars.
Even on the calendar, I think.
Even on the calendar, there we go. At the moment, not up, still down on his time, but by quite a small margin. Ooh, difficult to manage the exit there. Seems to have trouble. Seemed to have a bit of trouble on his previous fast lap as well, judging by the delta. So he will not be improving in this lap unless he can gain massively in this last corner. Does improve on that specific section, but not by enough. So he'll be down on his time at the moment. Who can we go on board with? Rositas is about to start another tie. Just started a new flying lap.
Oh, we have the first one on the C5s. Stephen Hepner, I just noticed.
Steven Hepner on the C5. He'll be hoping he can improve his position from there in 7th at the moment. Now for some reason I cannot see, I don't know if all the 10 drivers might have not joined. But from 7th
No,
down there is no
some-
one.
There are 2 people missing. The first one is Leo Gariboli, who serves the back of the grid penalty and therefore doesn't take part in the qualifying session. And Milton Burnell is missing as well.
Alright. Ty so far has not managed to improve. But as I say that over the line, he'll be gaining a half tenth, which is enough to take provisionary pole. Agnes at the moment not going fast enough. Keith Williams improves up to 4th place. So we embark for another lap with Agnes.
Don't think
Another
that would be a good
mistake.
lap.
That's unusual from him. Amorim on his out lap still. Taya might embark here on another one or might come to the pits. Yeah. So will he come in? No, he's about to try and set on the lap time. Let's see what he can do. 6 minutes left in the session, so the guys will need to get a move on. Going out the first corner. Does he hit the wall? No. Clean exit. Loses a little bit of time on his personal best though. Select the one so far. 2500's up on the pole sitter, I think that is. Down right. Gains quite a bit of time here on the exit. About to head into the chicane. Stays in 2nd gear. Nice and clean exit. Ooh, loses it on the braking there, and that's lap done for him, sadly. Rositas on an out lap, Ism on an out lap, but we can stay on board with him. He'll be embarking on his final attempt, I think, because there's only 4 minutes. Ooh, as we see a car spun around there, I think that's Dolciotti. Ty just about to come out the first corner. 2 tenths up so far in this time. So if he can keep this delta up, that's going to be a great lap.
And it's such a hard circuit, it's very bumpy. The grip is not great, you have walls coming closer every lap it seems. As he goes purple in sector 1, 3 tenths up, wow.
Yeah, he's on a very good lap here. Half a second up so far. That is a massive improvement if you can keep this up. Just needs to keep it clean here. Very difficult not to scrape the wall on exit here because the bump sends you wide. Loses a bit of time through there. Down to second. Ooh, squirms it on the exit. Managed to get by fine though. We'll need to use everything on the exit here, and only improves by 0.04 of a second. That is
Still, he remains on pole position.
still
For the
remains,
moment.
improves his personal best. Agnes on a lap here. Can he do anything about it? Currently 7/10 down on the fastest guy through sector 3. Sector 1 and sector 2, sorry. Looks like it won't be an improvement for him. Will he do another fast lap? Hits the wall there, which is quite strange. Good exit from turn 1. And loses it again through the same corner, Casino Square. Manages to block Dolciotti in the meantime as well. Difficult qualifying. Yeah, difficult qualifying session so far for Agnes. Tyism is back into the pits, so I think he'll manage to do one more lap. Let's stick with Amorim now. Obviously, Amorim, the last race, they were the first brotherly podium in Formula Trout history. After some penalties were dealt out, so you guys didn't get to see that live, but yeah, Bruno and Giovanni Amorim, first brothers to be together on the podium.
But he's losing time. It appears
He
like
is.
he's on an in-lap.
He seems to be going slow. Yeah. Who
Or
can
maybe he
we?
backs off for a final attempt. The C4s are very durable, so they do have a second push lap.
Let's ride aboard with Case here for a little bit.
Case
He's
was
massively up
purple
on his
sector
time.
1.
On a great lap here so far. A second up on his time. Now Monaco is one of those places where if you just get the lap right, you can come with some surprises. Was the commentator's curse right there? Loses it on the entry. Who can we go on board with? Ism is not. Amorim is trying to go out, but he won't have the time to embark on another lap.
Magnus
We
is
have-
also out, I think. Or maybe he can make it over the line. Ty is in the pits. He's session done.
Yeah, I don't think Agnes has the time either. He's got
He has
35
30
seconds. I'm not sure he'll be able to do it. Let's see. That will be quite an anticlimactic ending. Williams is over the line. He can attempt another one. So let's watch him.
Pretty hard.
Hit his front wing pretty hard. That is true. As we can see, he understeers there massively. He's still up on his time though, so I think he's just in the flow right now. Rositas manages to go through. Just go through.
That was very, very close, I have to say.
Yeah, 2 seconds. That's all he had going over the line. Let's see if he can keep it through here. Squabbles again. That corner seems to be a massive issue for him. Obviously, we can see the yellow and green lines there. Those will be a non-overtaking zone in the race tomorrow. Second gear here, he's up on his time. All he needs is 1/10, basically. If he can improve by that much, he'll be on pole. Getting a good exit here. Still not finding enough time though. He'll need to find it all in the chicane here, I think.
Case improving,
Seconds.
but not enough. Stays in P5.
Oh, hits the wall there with the. See the rear is much wider than the front, so it's very easy to mistake mistake to do, but that's end of qualifying for him. Is Dilchotti on the lap? No. So that is qualifying done. So far we have Tyzim in first, Rositis in second, Giovanni Amorim in third, Imran Shaikh, sorry if I mispronounced that, in fourth. Very close there between third and fourth. Case Williams in fifth, Luca Dolciotti in sixth, and Stephen Hepner in seventh. I will take a picture of this because the next session we will not see these times. But yeah, what do you think so far in that qualifying session?
It's very interesting. Well, the lap times were a bit hard to judge because in the practice sessions, the 2 weeks before, you obviously have a lot of time. So it's hard to say. You have a lot of time to set a competitive lap, and then when you have the qualifying session, just 4, 5, or 6 attempts to get it right, you're under a lot of pressure and you do make mistakes. So, but yeah, the usual 3 at the top as expected, to be fair.
Yeah, so far it's been Morim the whole season basically, a Morim, Ty, and Agnes. They're at the top, but we'll we'll obviously see if that's gonna stay the same for the second session. We're gonna keep in mind the times from the first one and sort of try and portray what the correct order is.
Can you enable your tire FX so we see what tires people are on?
Sadly, I can't because the content shader patch that's needed will bug out if I
Oh.
do that. But I'm going to stop the stream for a second and we'll rejoin once the next qualifying session